Adam, a 1-1 draw today with Blyth Spartans. What's your assessment of that game?
At half time, I'd have snapped my hand off for a draw because we should have been out of sight really at half time. Thanks to Tom, thought he was absolutely outstanding. Made some really good saves and he kept us in the game, and we needed to stay in the game. We needed half time to come because we were second best by a distance that first half. Felt we were passive, didn't compete well enough. We were lethargic when we had the ball, and obviously half time coming in at 1-0, we were still in the game, gave us a chance to kind of reset, and felt we were better second half, and probably the better side second half, to be honest. But scored the goal, missed a couple of chances, but they were always a threat on the break. And then of course the sending off, 15 minutes to go, a lot of tired legs out there for both sides, but we just didn't really work anything well enough. We were too eager to put the ball into the front players rather than just making 2 or 3 passes, trying to get down the sides of them and deliver balls from better angles. But we're still unbeaten. It's another point on the board. I think after the first half display, then a point, we would have took that.
Yeah, and just before the goal, about 20 minutes remaining, you made the change to bring on Jordan and go to 4 at the back. What was your thinking behind that?
We didn't go to 4 at the back. We kept the same shape, and what we did was we put instead of playing Parko in behind the strikers, we just played with a winger on that side because I felt we were getting a little bit of joy down there. And the idea was that if we put Jordan on at wing back and pushed Ben in front of him, we could maybe get down the sides of him. And I felt it worked. A little bit, and we managed to get up the pitch a little bit on that side and get down the side, put a few balls in the box. But then maybe we made an error by when we put Danny up there, not obviously his fault or the player's fault, but I made that choice to put him up there as another presence, and just felt if we could have worked a couple of crosses and had Jimmy, Hansen and Danny in there, that it could have caused them real issues. But we never really made enough passes to kind of stretch them, get the ball round the sides of them and put balls in the box for them free to attack. We just were a bit too eager to go into them with like long straight passes, and to be fair to them, they defended for their lives right till the end there, and I think it would have been a crime really if they got something out of the game. So we'll take a point, still unbeaten, we move on.
Twice this weekend we found ourselves 1-0 down, and we've managed to come back and take a point, so you must be delighted with the spirit shown across both games now.
I can never question the attitude, the character and the spirit that we have. At times we lack a little bit of quality, and decision making could be better, but I can never ever fault the players for the character. And numerous times we've come from behind, and it's difficult when you're behind against sides like these in particular. They've got Maguire, and he's lively, he's got pace, he wants to play off the shoulder and go in behind you. They've got some good players in midfield, and it's difficult chasing games against sides who've got good pace, because you obviously have to commit bodies forward yourselves, and that can then leave space, and it gives them opportunities to counter you. And felt that they probably had 1 or 2 opportunities, but we managed it better. First off, we were just too passive. We were just, the distances between us from side to side and back to front we're just massive, and we didn't lay a glove on them all that first half. Second half we were far better, and the performance was better as a result of that.
And next up we go to York. They've maybe not had the start to the season that many people expected, but we've also fared well against them when we've played them in the last couple of years as well. So what are you expecting going into that game?
Well, tough game. I mean, they've obviously got off to a bad start, and I'm not sure how they've gone on today, but they had a tough game away at Spennymoor. So just like we do every other team really, just because they're York and they're a big club, and they have got expectations to be getting promoted really, and certainly be competing. They've got off to a bad start, but for me that's irrelevant. Whoever we play, our preparation's the same. We have them watched, we do our analysis on them, we relay that back onto the players, we do whatever we need to do in training, and we go in with a positive attitude to try and get a good result. And whilst we know they're a big club and they've got lots of big players, we've still got to go there and try and compete. We're at the same level as them for a reason, and we've just got to go there now. And in a way, it's a free hit for us really. The next 2 games, two big clubs in York and Spennymoor who've obviously got aspirations to be challenging. we've started quite well, and we've got to go there and enjoy the occasion. But you know, we are going there to get a result.
And we had James Hansen back today after missing Saturday. Sayers will be back from suspension, so you must be pleased to be able to get a couple of bodies back after the last couple of games.
Yeah, you know, and listen, I haven't made anything of it because we don't make excuses. You know, I hear so many other clubs moaning about how many players they've got injured or ill or missing, and it's a joke, really. You know, and every time I listen to it, and I just think, if you have any idea what we've had to deal with the last like couple of weeks, not just in terms of losing bodies and like, you know, obviously like Hansen's sick, Dave getting 3 game ban for nothing, and you know, Danny's not been right, Jordan's been carrying a knock. You know, we've obviously lost Joel Byram, Sam Walker long term, but we just get on with it. We've never been the type of team that makes excuses. You know, we've got a small squad. We always put out a side to do a job, and you know, it certainly will help us having, you know, Dave back, and obviously, you know, getting 90 minutes there into Hans, who I think, you know, he wasn't at his prime, but he's been laid up in bed ill all week with tonsillitis, you know, and he's obviously made the game. He's put a shift in for the side, and that's what the lads here do. So you know, we'll rest up now over the next couple of days, and look to go to York and get a good result.